Alright, hello and welcome back everybody. I hope you're all doing well. Yeah, let's get cracking. So, we're going to be playing that Dragon Cancer today. I don't know a ton about this game, to be honest. I've heard, like, a decent amount about it, just in terms of, like, I don't know, vibes. I know the broad themes, I guess, but in terms of many of the specifics, I'm very clueless. I just know it's going to be upsetting, so there's probably going to be a stream, dash VOD, where I don't really... I don't know, say too much. I'll probably just be experiencing it. I've prepped. I've got my cozy cup of tea ready to be a sad boy, so should be good. This is exactly the kind of thing that I'm generally into. A lot of the media that I... One sec, I'm just sorting out my desk a little bit. One thing... Oh, sorry, what was I saying? A lot of the media that I really enjoy tends to be, you know, stuff that's like depressing dash kind of upsetting. So this seems like it will probably be up my alley. But hey, let's get started. Probably need to make sure I have the volume up a decent amount as well, because it did say that headphones are recommended. Bread on the water. I maybe should move my face. I feel like it's potentially in a bad place, but whatever. I'm sure it's fine. Or I guess we'll find out as we go. I always find it interesting when games go for this kind of like ultra lo-fi but hyper stylized look. It always, I don't know, it always is very striking, I suppose. L to look around. It's a very odd key binding.
Okay, guys, give some to Joel. Share with Joel. Yeah.
This game's already a 10 out of 10.
Oh, don't touch the birds. No.
You can be a duck.
Don't touch the birds. No, they're gross. Yeah.
I'm not gross, it's very rude, my dude.
Did you see that one?
Oh, guys, give Joel some bread.
Mom, you threw the whole piece.
Well, Isaac, you gotta give him little pieces. He doesn't understand. Here you go, John. Here's a piece. Okay, no, you throw it.
Joel's almost 5, right?
Yeah.
Whoa. Okay, wait, hang on. Can I play this fire controller? I think that might be easier.
But he can't talk.
Oh, it's so sensitive,
It's
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Joel can talk.
Yeah, no.
Why can't Joel?
Well, Joel got sick right after he turned 1.
Let's slow him down a little bit, buddy.
So he's just slower than most kids. I think eventually he'll catch up.
You think Joel will leave?
Yeah, I think Joel will read eventually.
Well, of course. It's just the way. Because, you know.
Yeah.
Joel's supposed to be a boy. But he's a baby. He's a boy baby.
Yep, he's a boy baby. That's just about right. You know, there's lots of things Joel isn't good at, but there's some things he is good at. What is he good at?
He's eating, laughing.
Yeah.
We're good at making him laugh.
You are good at making him laugh. How do you make him laugh?
I fall down.
Yeah. It's really funny when you fall down.
He's good at showing us what he loves.
Yeah.
I wonder if, I'm getting the slight impression those audio clippings weren't recorded in, like, Park at the Edge of the World is what the next chapter's called, I guess. I'm getting the impression those audio clippings are, like, not recorded and, you know... Well, they are recorded, obviously, but I mean, like, they're not voice acted.
Bathtubs.
I wonder how much of this is,
And
like,
the warm, wet
a real
tums and the
story
cool fur
put to a
dogs.
game and then just kind of, like, you know...
Give you the sweet.
But it's just like a real story about someone. It's all clips taken from like maybe VHS tapes or like really old recordings that some dad did on, you know, like a handheld camcorder, or at least like my dad would anyway. I don't know. I know nothing about the like making of this game.
Full list of words. So few.
Man, the movement is so strange. So it's basically getting you to like it's getting you to like look around and click to where you want to go instead of using WASD movement, which is very strange.
But very soon.
Do you think they know? Can they sense it?
None of them know.
No one ever realizes how short the time is.
One thing I do find interesting as well is almost every game that's like this has constant music going on. It's always in this kind of tone. Just not really a criticism, just kind of an observation, I guess. It's a very odd looking tree.
You won't understand.
They will in time.
You don't know that.
What is pain without a word for it? What is hope without a word for it? Who is God? What is joy? Who am I to him? Dada.
Who's that? Let's tell him
Hey babe, just got done at the doctor. Now they think that maybe he's throwing up all the time because he has acid reflux. So they gave me a medication and we can give it to Joel, and they said we have to give it at least 3 full days, but that if he's still throwing up after that, then we can come back. And I mentioned the head tilt thing again, even though they keep saying it's not related, but you always have to mention that one weird outlying thing. So I told them how his head was tilted to the right, but they still say that that's probably not related at all. So I guess we'll just give this a try. And
That might be
we'll
one of the
talk
most
more about it when we get home.
realistic depictions of like a hospital visit I can think of. Just like, oh, he has this random quirk that I think might be related. It's like, it's not related at all, but every parent will always think that's the case. It's just something, I don't know, I feel that's very, I don't know, that's very true. Well, not even like adults or kids, to be honest. Just even when, like, I've got loads of friends that used to go, well, have to go to the hospital for various medical conditions. It's like, they always had this one random thing they thought was related. Doctors always would say that it's not, and it's just like they're absolutely convinced of it, you know? Just kind of a funny thing, I guess. Go, Joel. I'm assuming this is Joel anyway. It is slightly, or I'm assuming there's a point behind it, but it is slightly horrifying that no one really has a face. Something about that is just very strange. Also, I would like to leave the slide, please. Oh, there we go. Okay, yeah, I see. I got the correct prompt. We did it.
Big kids.
Yeah, I'm starting to get the feeling this game's going to be very abstract in the way it tells the story. I was almost expecting something a little more literal, but just based on what I know about the subject matter, but no, that doesn't appear to be the case. Oh, pardon me.
Fear is cancer's preservative, cancer's embalming oil. And you, O accuser, are fear's oil salesman. You're a snake, a serpent, a dragon with snuffed out coal on his breath, molting, and talons broken from the struggle to free yourself of your own skin.
Alright, I guess that's the intro. Man, something about the way this building looks was kind of throwing my eyes off for a second there, Jesus. You'd think Superliminal would have trained us for it. So this chapter's called On Hospital Time. You know, I really should just move my fucking face. I can't be bothered, though.
Hey, do you want to rock? Okay, let's rock. There we go.
Hey babe, I was just thinking, do you ever think maybe Joel can hear better than he's supposed to be able to? Because I know, like, it's supposed to be moderate to severe hearing loss, but sometimes, like today, he hears music playing before I do. So I saw him dancing, and I had to look around to hear that a song was playing. And I just don't, like, if his hearing loss is that bad, I can't imagine. I don't know, I just wonder about it. Anyway, call me later. Bye.
Okay. I think I did it. Not entirely sure what, but something. Man, the way that is animated is just very strange. I can't tell exactly what these are supposed to be, but they look like balloons made of rubber gloves. I'm 90% sure that's what they legitimately are, but it's a little difficult to tell. I mean, I don't see what else they would be. They look like, you know, yeah, like surgery gloves that someone blew up like balloons. How strange. And that's just the moon. Okay, yeah, that's exactly what they were going for. Oh. I am Joel, I see. Am I, one sec, okay, yeah. So we can like swing back and forth, we've got to avoid the giant thorns, I suppose. Okay, fair enough. Oh, it's really hard to tell exactly, okay, yeah, I see. The depth perception on this is a little strange to look at, for sure, but I think I understand. I think going for a very ambient soundtrack for this was a smart move, I will say that much. Come back. Okay, okay, yep, yep. I was not expecting any section of gameplay to be this stressful, to be honest, but yeah, it's actually surprisingly tough. Not gonna lie, I think I'm fucked. I can't tell what path I'm supposed to be taking. Unless the point is you're not supposed to win, maybe that's it, I'm not sure. I can't imagine that is the case, to be honest. I think it was the case, alright, never mind.
Oh, hey. I just wanted to take a shower. Is that okay? Are you okay with Joel? Okay, thanks.
Who am I? I think the answer is yes. Maybe someone from the hospital, I guess? Maybe the who isn't that important. That's a good doggo. With no eyes. Like everybody else in this realm, apparently. Okay, I feel like we're supposed to do something more with this. I'm not sure what.
These dogs have gone through so much training.
Joel, what's this? What's this one here?
That's peanut butter.
He loves it.
Okay, cool.
Go ahead, Joe. Get the ball for him. Joe, go get the ball. Get his toy.
The doggies? Yeah, you got a hair right there, bud.
Here, come lay down. Don't lay down. Here you go. Is your leg okay? She's lying on your leg. She doesn't see the body. It's fine.
Sometimes little dogs are gonna be, or these dogs have gone through so much training. You have to
Oh, doggy kisses, huh?
not react to all. And they go through a lot of training.
Here we go, bud.
Regular basis have to be reevaluated.
It's a real
Lots
puppy.
of grabbing crazy.
It's a real puppy.
Yeah.
What if people like to grab
Hi, buddy.
stuffed dogs? Oh, that's so cute. She's so calm. You know, sometimes little dogs are.
I very much understand why they wanted you to wear headphones for this. I feel like a lot of this would not land in the same way at all without them. You need to have... Yeah, you need to be able to hear exactly kind of what's being said and what's going on. It's interesting though, because like all the recording is quite lo-fi. End of the treatment pie. All the recordings are like very lo-fi for sure, but I think it actually kind of suits it, to be honest. It makes it feel more intimate, which is not something that you want from games that often, but it makes a lot of sense here. Journey in Light and Darkness by Sylvia Walgren. Interesting. Dance like no one's watching. That's the strangest pictures I have for that, but sure. Oh. I see. Okay, weird. I mean, I feel like I'd be a bit of a monster to not look at every single one of the pictures and paintings here, to be honest. Disencapine, whatever that says. Brittany. Okay, yeah, so I reckon this game is like very much about a real story dash person. And I reckon some of these snippets were absolutely not recorded in like a studio or anything. They're just from, you know, from real life, I guess, the best way to put it. It's interesting how you can tell that sometimes, because, like, I don't know that to be the case, but this just almost feels too real for that not to be the case. That's the best boy, confirmed. The fluffiest dog. Oh no, never mind. Look at this boy, low-key chilling. It's like some kind of weird pun. Wait, what does that say? Race away cancer. Gotcha. Okay. It's probably like a charity event of some description. Roar over me. So, I mean, one can only assume that this is the actual kid, the actual child, Joel. That would be the obvious, you know, thing, I guess.
Hey, honey, we're on our way home from the hospital now. So if you wanted to preheat the oven starting in about 30 minutes, that would work, and we could throw on that lasagna. Do you know how they celebrate off-treatment day, like when kids are done with their treatments? I guess maybe you don't because you're not in the clinic as much as I am, but on someone's last day, they always bring them a cake and they sing Happy Off Therapy Day to you. Anyway, that happened today. I mean, it happens a lot, but today I cried. I just wanted that day so bad, you know? I just, like, we're not ever gonna get that day. If he's better, we won't know that he's better. We don't get a day. Anyway. Okay, call me if you can. Like, there's probably traffic, so I could talk on my way home. All right, bye.
Oh, okay. I can steer with the mouse, okay. Gotcha. This is one of the strangest things I've experienced in a while. Unexpected, I think is fair to say. Is that the year up there? Our time is 2011-09. Interesting.
How long is it going to be before we can have some answers? Did anyone ask the doctor?
Okay, is it just the doctor on call, or is this our doctor? Well, because the on-call doctor is just a resident.
Is there a way we could talk to our doctor?
want to know what the plan is.
Who canceled the treatment?
Isn't it dangerous for him not to get it? I thought he needed it.
The Temple of Man. Well, this is very grandiose. Unexpectedly so, to be honest. Don't play badly, we're all watching. I don't think you could play this badly. It's a it's a video game about, I think, a real life kid who very much has a lot of cancer. So pretty tough to play badly in that case.
This is my favorite game. You wanna see? Watch out.
But hey then, mate. Welcome to stream.
You touch it right here, then the big lion comes. You know
I'm alright. Glad to hear it.
It's so loud. I can roar just like him. Yeah, hear me roar? Why? Don't be afraid. You might want to cover your ears. Here comes the animals. Pterosaurs is my favorite.
Man, that kid do be spinning. Oh, okay. I don't know how noticeable it'll be if you're not just from watching, but I think one of the best things about this game, honestly, so far has been the sound design. It said wear headphones at the very start of the game, and yeah, I can't really imagine this game without headphones. The music's really good, and the way the all the like voice acting is being captured is really kind of interesting. It works really well from that angle, anyway. I don't know. Are you much of a? Do you play many video games? Are you much of a gamer in general, or do you just shitpost about politics all day? No. Okay, fair enough. I used to play WoW, but then my wife banned me from playing it. Honestly, fair. I used to play a lot of World of Warcraft too. She said it's her or WoW. Yeah, fair enough. WoW's a pretty, I don't know, time-consuming game. I think it's fair to say. Actually, I went back. With World of Warcraft, I can never, like, I don't know, I'm too ADHD brained to ever actually fully commit to it. I've like gone on it a couple times in my life, and every single time it's very much a case of like I'm super into it for like a month and then I just drop it immediately out of nowhere. It's kind of absurd. I just can't keep it up. I get really bored really quick. Like the grind is just a little bit much, especially in the earlier versions of the game. As this chapter's called Waking Up. Sorry, I'm just reading out because my head's blocking the where the chapter thing's supposed to be. I should probably move my camera, but and it requires like minimizing the game kind of into it at the minute. Played it for all of 2005 to 06, then again 2013. Yeah, fair. What expansion was 2013?
This
Rank
terrible
13.
routine,
Damn, that's
watching you,
damn. My lad's a
waiting for you
grinder.
to wake, hoping you will never remember these
Pandora.
days of
Okay,
illness
yeah,
and
fair.
treatment. One day, I'll bring you here, show you your tiny handprints on the wall, and you'll be annoyed that we all think of you as some big miracle. Cancer will be such a small part of all you could grow to be. You will tire of hearing about it. You won't want to see the cards and notes I saved. And I won't mind at all. I'll hold the memories of this hard day. You just leave it behind.
I wonder if this is literally all meant to be Joel. I mean, those look like lungs to me. I'm not 100% sure. But that's kind of the vibe I'm getting for that. Oh no, it's not all Joel. It's like Kyle. Okay, I see. Right, gotcha. Interesting. So I guess, I'm not sure. I guess these are hugs to all the UIHC kids and families. I don't know what that acronym is. UIHC. God, it sounds familiar, but I'm not sure what it is. Do you know what it is? I wonder if it's like it might be a very uncommon acronym, I'm not sure. To everyone who's ever died of cancer, especially my father and grandmother, rest in peace, Hank and Marsha, and the rest of all you beautiful, beautiful people. I hope that whatever's become of you, you are presently better off than where you were at the end of your life. We miss you. Yeah, so I guess these are all also cancers, but maybe they must have been other people in the ward. I reckon that UIHC is some acronym to do with like treatment or being in the ward, I guess. That would be my guess. I'm not sure. Feels very odd playing this while watching. Like, I'm currently two very different ways of approaching the subject, but I'm watching Breaking Bad at the minute with my girlfriend, actually. Alicia, we love you dearly and miss you daily. See you soon. Yes, these must be other kids that were in the same ward as Joel. But have no fear, our story's just begun. Am I supposed to be reading these cards in some order? I think I've fucked it if I am. Have faith like children and love like Christ. Not even going to attempt to pronounce her name because I know I'm going to fuck it up horrendously. You're stronger than you know. Love will keep you strong. Damn, it's quite a lot of these letters. I don't think we need to read literally all of them, but... Okay, wow. Yeah, there's a lot of these letters. Damn. Oh, okay. Some of them are in other languages. That very much hard limits the number we can actually read. That's probably a good thing. Oh, this is a very depressing game for my brother Kyle. Oh, yeah. No, this is like I said, this is a game about an IRL child who died of cancer. Like, that's what this game is. In no uncertain terms, so... Yeah. This is like a dismal, depressing experience. That's the entire point. I'm hoping there's a point to it, as opposed to it just being misery porn, but I guess we'll see. That's kind of one of the reasons I'm interested in it. But I do love me some depressing media. That's just kind of my vibe, honestly. It's crazy how common cancer is these days, to be honest. It almost feels like well, I mean, it is to some degree a very modern illness, right? Because people just live long enough to actually get cancer in a way. But it's kind of odd, because I feel like it's such a common thing. Most people I know have known at least a couple people, like, that are close relatives that have died of cancer, but I've only ever had one that I can think of anyway. that was like kind of prominent. It's not good for sure. I'm sorry, guys. It's not good. That's what this chapter's called. I donated money to a kids' chance charity. That's a very good thing to do.
Farmer Bill makes the pigs bacon for breakfast.
That's kind of fucked up. Assuming I read that
Farmer
correctly.
Bill plays fetch with the pigs.
More reasonable, honestly.
Farmer Bill enjoys a mud bath with the pigs.
Unironically, this shit's rigged. It's landed on the pig every time. Come on.
Farmer Bill
Okay, I don't know what to say, man. Wait, can I? Hang on. I can't. Ah! Okay, that one's on me. Equiscript, interesting.
Farmer Bill doesn't like it when the ducks get the mail. They always bring back a lot of bills.
Hey.
Farmer Bill owns the cattle on 1,000 hills.
Come on, tell me something else about the ducks. Let's go.
Farmer Bill separates
What?
the sheep from the goats. Sheep go to heaven. Goats go to town.
I've run out of uses. I don't believe it.
I'm sorry, guys. It's not good. I'm sorry, guys. It's not good.
Size matters. If I know how big it is, I can face it. I can size it
It's
up.
quite small at this point, but unfortunately the size isn't terribly important. Any recurrence means the chemotherapy has failed. This is a tragedy.
I guess I have imagined it.
With an ATRT,
I've
as
imagined
soon
it
as you have
a
recurrence of
lot,
any
but not
kind,
like this.
It is fatal.
It's different.
It's only a
I thought
matter
I
of
would
time
sob
before it spreads to
uncontrollably
complications.
or puke just right on the floor.
We've already thrown all the
I
chemotherapy
thought I'd
we
shake
have
or
at
wail
him.
or something.
We can't continue to give him chemotherapy
guess
that we
this
know
is
he's
shock.
resistant to.
Tragedy, he said. That's right. That's the perfect word for this. It's a tragedy. I wonder if he says that every time. He's crying a little. I love him for that. He's not callous, he's genuinely sad. She is too.
So there just aren't any treatment options that are curative.
Those are the two doctors, right? Yeah, that seems to be the case.
We're very good at end-of-life care. We're very good at managing the pain and masking symptoms at the end of life.
How long are we talking about?
Prediction time again. No matter what I say, they'll wish it was longer. But sometimes longer is worse. A few weeks to maybe 4 months.
You know, that's something I've honestly never considered with cancer treatment. Like end-of-life care and reducing symptoms if it's
crying?
like, you know, incurable essentially.
How am I gonna hold it together now?
A few weeks to maybe 4 months. I'm sorry, guys. It's not good. I'm sorry, guys. It's not good.
I haven't just rewound the whole section, have I? No, Joel's not here, so I don't think so.
Size matters. If I know how big it is, I can face it. I can size it
And
up.
it's quite
I think
small
I
at
might
this
have
point, but
actually.
Unfortunately, the
Oh,
size
no.
isn't terribly important. Any recurrence means the chemotherapy has failed. This is a tragedy.
Hang on, when it was on the animals, I had different lines if you
I'll
went
nod
and
my
say an animal
head.
a bunch of times. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, whenever I ask sciencey questions, I nod my head,
It is fatal.
digesting every Latin
It's only a
word,
matter of
hoping it
time
will
before
stick
it
to my
spreads
ribs,
several locations.
become part of me.
We've already thrown all
That
the
if I ask
chemotherapy
enough
we have
questions,
at it.
that maybe I can
We
get my
can't
brains
continue to
around
give
this
him
cancer,
chemotherapy that we know it's resistant to.
and I can choke it to death. I love asking good questions. It impresses them. They'll be impressed with the way we handle all of this. Such good, thoughtful parents that ask such good questions.
So there just aren't any treatment options that are curative.
I see, so you can actually... Right, okay. Let's just stick with the dad and see how this pans out, I guess.
We're
This is
very
not
good
what I
at
wanted.
end-of-life care. We're very good at managing the pain and masking symptoms at the end of life.
Oh, miracles are
How
scary.
long are we talking about?
A few weeks to maybe 4 months.
Sorry, dude, too much for me. No worries, you absolutely tap out if you want to, that's fine. I completely understand. It's a very heavy game for sure.
Science, it's simpler.
A lot to think about already
Measurable.
today. We're
I
going
have
to
A, I get B, and I subtract C, and I get this result, and I can do something to control it. Or at least have the sense that I'm controlling it. But now all we have left is a miracle. And miracles are
do a lumbar puncture
fickle.
and talk to our radiation oncologist.
They don't always come, and we don't always know why. What if Joel's miracle doesn't come?
Well, the radiation could probably kill the tumor we see.
I hope he lives.
To prevent it from
I've
causing
always
cancer.
hoped.
It would not keep
But now I can't do anything but hope. Radiation. At least we can do something. Hope doesn't require signing papers or driving to hospitals or holding Joel in my lap. Hope is for something someone else has to do for us. And when doctors can't,
We'll have some options for you to consider.
invisible Jesus must.
We're so sorry.
In the movie, I'd be kicking things and throwing chairs through windows. And you would be sobbing, back against the wall, slowly falling apart. I should be yelling. Why am I not yelling?
Thank you. That means a lot.
You're welcome.
TMI?
Where is it? How big is it? Well, it's in the frontal cortex, and it's quite small at this point. But unfortunately, the size is very important. Any recurrence means the chemotherapy has failed.
Now the real question is, what part of the room do we want to explore?
With an HCRC, as soon as you have a recurrence of 3 times,
Let's get to the window if we can.
it is only a matter of time before it presents several locations. We've already thrown all the chemotherapy we have at it. But there just aren't any treatment options that are curative.
Adrift. Oh. Can't say I've played too many games that have put me in the room of the doctors delivering the bad news about a cancer patient, especially not for a child. So, yeah, that's a new one. I'm definitely going to look into I'd be super curious to know a bit more about the game and who made it and whether it's a real story,
I have
if
so
I'm
many
right
things
about
stirring
certain
around in my
elements of it and
spirit
things
that I
like
have
that.
to write.
So we'll have a
settle
little look
myself,
afterwards, do a little
and
digging.
find God's wisdom in the midst of chaos. I'm scared I won't be strong enough to face the things we might have to face in the coming weeks and months. But then, I remember how much grace God gave us to walk out everything we've already faced. I've never felt completely overwhelmed, and I've never felt alone. So no matter what comes next, and I truly cannot even begin to guess how this will go, I know we will be carried. I want to shout out, look what God is about to do. Watch how he delivers Joel. And at the same time, I want to roll up in a silent ball and wait it out with fear and trembling, so aware of all my doubt, but yet convinced that my doubt is insignificant compared to God's faithfulness.
Guys, are you ready for bed?
Joel, lay down. Okay. Should we do a song?
Sure.
Okay, big boys, why don't you come in here and we'll sing the littles a lullaby.
I'm tired.
I know, it's bedtime. Oh, okay. Elijah, lay down.
Big, did you even check in his mouth?
Who's Joel? No.
Joel has chicken stuffed in his cheeks from dinner.
Getting out that is so disgusting.
Been in there for the last 2 hours. Okay, hold on, I'm trying. Joel!
That is pretty grim, to be fair.
Did he just bite you?
So, how long will we be in California?
I don't actually know. That's kind of why we're packing up everything, is because if the trial works really well, then maybe we'll stay in California for a really long time. Like, as long as it keeps helping Joel, then we want to stay and do the best we can for him and stay there.
Hey, Knifey Man, how you doing?
If the medicine starts to not work,
Hey, Devin, how's it going? I'm playing a game about a young child who has cancer, so about that well, about as well as you'd imagine.
I'm kind of excited, but I'm kind of...
I'm not really, I'm trying not to talk over too much. This game's very much something I want to absorb, so it's kind of just a chill, let's all get sad, be sad boys together kind of vibe.
Ever. That's amazing.
I hate to miss school, huh?
You saw a tutorial with a guy looking like me. Interesting.
homework that I have to do.
What was it a tutorial about? Pixel art? Wait, pixel arting. Ah.
Your teachers are going to send you
I feel like everyone takes a crack at pixel art at some point in their lives. Like, that's just... I don't know, I feel like everyone who's into, like, that design and kind of, like, creating stuff just tries that at some points. It's like, oh, it's digital art. Anyone can do it. I don't need the, like, hand skill. Or, you know what I mean? Like, the hand steadiness and drawing talent to do it. It's kind of a funny thing.
We've been through so much already. This is a new degree of tragedy, but it's not so much different from the struggle we've already been living. We pressed into God. We pressed into faith. We fought until we found peace. We stood in peace when our flesh wanted to strive more. We stood in peace when it started to feel like laziness or foolishness or both. We waited for God to direct us specifically in prayer because all the directions we had initiated had not panned out. We prayed for no nausea because that's what we felt in our spirits we were supposed to pray, even though we'd prayed it countless times before while Joel continued to vomit. We saw one small miracle, and then another. We waited to pray specific things until we were given specific direction, and we saw bigger miracles. And yet, if you asked either of us if we were doing enough, trying hard enough,
Wait, was that? I don't know which. I can't remember which letter that was. I'm assuming it was this one.
as this
Nope, this is a
long
totally
day
different one.
draws to a close, I am tired, but not sleepy. My face is puffy from crying. I have a dry throat and dry hands, a slight headache, and a desire to write down absolutely everything. I want to describe the feeling of being entirely empty and entirely resolute. I want to explore how I can be deeply sad and incredibly hopeful at the same time. I want to talk about holding Joel's hand, walking down the hall wanting to soak in the moment, to memorize the feeling of having his hand and mine, to let it matter, and then hating that my thoughts swing to, because what if I can't hold his hand one day? And hating that thought, wishing I could just appreciate each second of Joel without that appreciation spilling into the pre-morning I refuse to do because I believe he will live. But instead of fighting the brief thoughts of mourning, choosing to fight instead that lie that says that those thoughts betray some doubt, some mistrust of God, when I know that those thoughts make me human. That God knows I am human. He doesn't make Joel's victory dependent on me never feeling unsure.
Okay, I guess as you read them, they get removed from the thing, so they're all going to be unique.
We would say no.
Oh, right, no, hang on. No, okay, I understand. Gotcha. So that was the one we previously opened, but it took it on from the bit beyond.
I remember the hallucinations from the high fever of 5-year-old's nightmares. I remember my mother silently weeping in the doctor's office. I remember friends and family gathered around my hospital bed in prayer. I remember the 2-hour ambulance ride to St. Jude where they could better care for me. I remember the 2.5 years of weekly chemo treatments, the numerous lumbar punctures and bone marrow aspirates. I remember Doctors Bell, Dahl, and Kalwinski, nurses Jean, Judy, and Dale, Miss Chris in social work, Darlene in travel, all part of the team that cared for me. I am a walking memorial to their successes. I remember the other patients I'd see each time I went to the hospital for chemo. I remember when some stopped coming. I knew what that meant. I remember the years of summer camp for children with cancer, children like me. I remember their laughter and the midnight talks of fears and joys, normal kid stuff. Some less so. I remember when some stopped coming. I knew what that meant. But I remember them. I am, and other survivors are, memorials to those who lost their fights.
Oh, her expectation is so maddening sometimes. You know what she wrote on the eve of Joel's first surgery? The one back in January when we first found the tumor? I seriously feel like a kid on Christmas Eve. I'm pleading for God to spare his life, and I'm tempted to despair because self-inspection leads me to conclude I shouldn't expect much of anything. And yet my wife is expecting a surprise party from the Lord, replete with presents, supernatural miracles.
I actually love these big glitchy, just hideous kind of like, you know, black pulsing spiky balls. I think they look great. I think they're a great representation of the tumors, or at least that's what I think they're going for. That's kind of the assumption, I suppose. I don't see what else it would be. You know, they're like almost the sole corrupting force in this kind of like very normal world, I suppose. Well, abstract, but like, you know, colourful world, I suppose.
Get in bed.
Oh. Can you
So this
tell us
chapter's
a
called Joel the
story?
Baby Knight. Press button to start.
Sure.
Okay. This is the story of a very brave knight named Joel.
Joel the Baby Knight?
Yes, Joel the Baby Knight. But he's also Joel the very brave knight. He was being chased by a dragon named Cancer.
Okay, oh, okay, so just W to jump. I
Because
don't know why it has
it's
gamepad controls, but sure.
Where does the dragon live?
In a forest.
Is the dragon big?
Very
Oh, this is a very big dragon, you're not wrong.
Does the dragon breathe fire?
so much fire, you guys.
Not quite sure what happened there. I feel like something's bugged out. Oh no. I'm trapped off the screen, I think. Oh no, this is not the vision I had for this stream. Okay, hang on, wait. Can I go scene selection, then restart? Okay, let's try this again. We're near the end, actually. Okay, if we just go from Joel the Baby Knight again, I'm assuming reloading it should help. I have no idea what happened. I think we got hit by the dragon.
Hop in bed, boys. Let's
I don't know.
go.
We died, but
Boys, get
we
in
loaded off
bed.
the screen or something? I don't know. It was just very strange.
Can you at least tell us a story?
Sure.
Okay. This is the story of a very brave knight named Joel.
Joel the Baby Knight?
Yes, Joel the Baby Knight. But he's also Joel the very brave knight. He was being chased by a dragon named Cancer.
So we can duck.
Because of his tumor? Where does the dragon live?
In a forest.
Is the dragon big?
Very
Does the dragon breathe fire?
I don't. What is.
much fire, you guys.
I don't understand. I think something about that fireball is just not working as intended. I think. I'm not sure. Devin can't dodge, bro. I pressed down. What do you want from me, man? Something's fucked with this section. I don't know what is up, man. I genuinely have no idea. Something feels very bugged here. This is fucked. Let's try it one more time. If we can't get it to work, we might just have to skip this chapter, which sucks. It's like an entire chapter. You should be able to crouch below. I did. I saw Joel crouch when I was controlling him, but can you roll or something? Maybe? I don't know. That
Hop in
seems...
bed, boys. Let's go.
I don't know, it feels a bit weird to put in like a
Boys,
fucking
get in
put a
bed.
Dark Souls on the very big dragon. I mean that's what I'm thinking, but it seems weird to chuck that in the middle of this game that's had zero challenge because it's very much just about telling a very delicate story, you know?
Okay.
So I don't know what the fuck's going on. It's very strange, but
of a very brave knight named
I
Joel the
might
Baby Knight?
Google and just
Yes.
see if this is
Joel
a
the
problem
Baby
other
Knight.
people are experiencing.
He's also Joel the very
And what
brave
solutions
knight.
people have found. I
He
guess we'll
was
see.
being chased
But look,
by a
okay, so hang
dragon.
on. So we're walking around. We can jump. Down. We can't roll, okay, I don't think. We can throw spears, we can duck. Am I supposed... Maybe I'm just supposed to jump over the fireball? I truly don't know.
Where does the dragon live?
I feel like we wouldn't be able to jump high enough.
Is the dragon big?
Very.
Does the dragon breathe fire?
I'm ducking. I don't know what to tell you. Did you see me duck? Oh, wait, okay, I didn't press anything that time. I think it's because I pressed something too quick last time, so press button to continue.
You guys.
Nope, it's still fucked. I don't know what to do. Alright, hang on, I'm googling it, 1 sec. Okay, that dragon cancer, Joel the Brave Knight bug. Okay, something weird when it gets hit by the fire. I can't figure out how to dodge it. When I get hit and respawn, Scream zooms in. I can't see Joel. I can hear him move around for a bit. Yep, same. Can't seem to progress past this port. After restarting this chapter about 3 times, I decided to jump straight into instead of dodging it. Same thing happened, but Joel was there this time. Seems to have fixed it. Strange. Alright, let's give it one more shot. And yeah, we'll do what that person said and try jumping instead. That's so strange. It's not just me. I promise I'm not just the world's trashiest gamer, okay? I'll try jumping this time. I was thinking about it. I even maybe said, didn't I? I was like, maybe try jumping over the fireball, but they're saying they still got hit, but Joel stayed on the screen, so it was okay. Let's give it a shot. If it doesn't work, we can just skip this chapter. It would suck to have to do that, but
tell us a story.
I'd rather do that and finish the game than just kind of like, you know... Yeah, than have this be the rest of stream.
Okay. This is the story of a very brave
Also, it's a bit of a
knight
shame you couldn't make last stream if you couldn't. We played a game. Have you heard of Superliminal?
Yes.
It ended up being like,
Knight.
so it's a puzzle game, and I was expecting it to be good and enjoy it, but I thought it would be ultimately like fairly gimmicky and one note. It was actually fucking great. I'd very highly recommend it if you haven't played it before.
Because of a streamer?
Where does the dragon
Also, once
live?
this is done, I'm going to look into the making of this game, so I'm very curious about a couple things.
Is the dragon big?
Very.
Okay. Fireball. Hit
Does the
me.
dragon breathe fire?
Nope. We had the exact same thing happen.
Much fire.
Oh! It worked. It fucking worked.
So, Joel has armor, like a sword and a shield and stuff?
Ooh, or maybe a spear?
Yeah.
Wait,
that
what's
sounds good.
attack with the sword?
So brave Sir Joel with his sword and shield and his awesome spear and his super jumping ability. Was being chased by
okay.
a dragon
You
named
can jump very
Character.
high.
What other superpowers does he have?
He also has grace.
That's not a superpower.
Grace
It's
is a
the best
superpower.
superpower.
Do
Untrue.
you guys know what grace means?
You know what? I'm gonna use the
it's
controller for
kind
this
of like
section because it's giving all me. Yeah, it's giving me controller inputs. I need a bird, man. Thank you. Base bird, take me away. You know what? If I had to guess, I'm not 100% on this whatsoever. I reckon.
No, he's not the only one who's ever tried to fight this dragon. Some very brave knights have fought this dragon and lost. And some are able to drive the dragon off, and they can go home and they can quit fighting for a while. And the kingdom is safe.
Yeah, I reckon a lot of those,
Joel's been
like the
fighting
scorpion, I
dragon
reckon
for
is
a long time.
an image that Joel, the actual kid, drew. So I think this game is about a real kid. I'm not 100% sure. That's why I want to look into the making of it, though.
Joel found a nice empty cave where he could rest.
Based box
and it
cave.
seems like the dragon couldn't find him. But just when he thought that the danger was past, the dragon found his hiding spot and came after him in the cave.
Well, that dragon's going to kill Joel. Joel's going to lose.
Why do you say that?
Because Joel is just a baby. Babies can't kill dragons.
Untrue.
You're right.
Oh.
A baby can't kill a dragon. But that's the best part of this story. God fights for Joel. It's that dragon cancer right with Joel, and we know that God can win even if Joel can't. That's grace.
Fuck. My platforming skills are not what they used to be.
Well, what about Tim from church, Mom? He died from cancer. Wasn't God fighting for him? Didn't he have to?
Of course, God fought for Tim too. Tim fought so well. He was so brave and so strong. God let him rest. It may have seemed like the dragon won because Tim died. We know that Tim's in heaven and that he's with God and that God is so proud of him. So maybe for Tim, getting to be done fighting was grace.
We're gonna do it, lads. This dragon's 100% going down. Oh god. Fuck, nope, dead. Yep. Goodbye, brave soldier. I mean, we almost got it. We did pretty well. Something tells you it was never gonna go down though. Alright, we've made it through that chapter at long last. Cool. On to drowning now.
Ryan! Oh, Ryan, get in the boat.
I can't.
You have to, you'll drown.
We're already drowning. How can you sit there like that?
Despair doesn't help anything.
Neither does false hope. And I'm not despairing.
How can you say false hope? You're drowning.
Well, you're missing your oars. And you don't even know where you're going. And yet you're so sure you're gonna get there.
It's better than drowning.
Well, enjoy floating on the surface like you always do.
There's nothing deep about drowning. Just get in the boat.
You have to let me feel this. Someone has to.
That's not fair. I love him as much as you do. I just really believe we're going to be okay. I'm sure my expectation looks like denial. But seeing Joel dying does not make me any less certain that he will be healed. In some ways, I feel more certain, not because the same doubts don't come to me, but because I know that they will not be entertained much longer, because this chapter is almost finished, and we will have an ending one way or the other. So the doubts and fears that make me reaffirm that even if I'm wrong, this is where I stand, become less and less powerful. People's conciliatory words of comfort meant to reassure us and help us accept Joel's death don't sit well with me. They aren't offensive because I know the heart behind them is good, but they are weak words because it's so obvious to me that death is the given. I don't have to work to be ready for it or accept it. It is coming whether I would accept it or not. It has been coming slowly for so long. I don't have to work to understand that Joel is dying. It is obvious. Heaven is amazing. And so I'm not worried about death. It will come regardless of where I stand and wait. But now, death is circling close enough for redemption to finally feel closer. This is the part of the story where a daring rescue can thwart Death's intentions just in time, perhaps when it looks like it's already too late. I want to watch for that. I don't need to focus my eyes on Death, studying it and its slow progression. Its course is already clear. But there is a glory that is coming, and its journey to us is wild and quick and frightening, and I want to be watching for that glory. I want to stand trembling in awe before God and His power. Not sure that this thing that we've asked for is something we can quite manage, but trying anyway. Death is the given. But the life that is possible now for Joel, the miracle that could come now that death is so close, is something worth pursuing, worth risking everything to see with my own eyes.
Not quite sure what the idea is here. Not sure what I'm supposed to... Okay, swim down towards the light? Cool, okay, I understand. Dehydration. That was very appropriate for that to be after drowning, I suppose.
Huh. The sunset looks pretty from here. The orange glow cast on the wall. Better than the muted colors of this hospital. I wonder why they choose blues and greens. They, the ones who choose the colors that heal. Green for life. Blue. For comfort. Purple stripes to hide the stains. This chair is too small and sticks to my skin. I hate vinyl. Blue, purple. The ocean maybe? No, under the ocean. Silent, warm, and salty, like tears. He won't stop crying. I don't blame him. He feels miserable. I hate that we're here. I hate that he's sick. I just want him to feel better. It's okay, Jolie. Shh. Don't throw your head, buddy. Don't. Here we go. Bouncing around. Do you like that? Oh, I love your giggle. Bounce around. Is that funny? A bounce, a bounce, a bounce, bounce, bounce. Oh, he won't stop crying. I'm hungry. I wonder if he's hungry. He's screaming louder. Buddy, don't you want juice? He hits the box. I don't catch it.
Devin got those hurries with the kid. No, I'm just kind of absorbing this because pretty rough scene.
He drinks it greedily. Big, deep gulps. Okay, Jolie, that's enough. Breathe, kiddo. And he does. And I wipe his face of snot and tears and juice. And then he vomits. And I catch it. I always catch it. I know you're thirsty, buddy, but you'll throw it up. No, don't grab too hard. You'll squirt all the juice out. Here, let me have it.
I'm not 100% sure, but I think that...
It's so late, Joel. Lay down. I can't hold
This
you.
hasn't bugged out as well,
I can't
has it?
make
Like,
you feel
Joel
better.
isn't supposed to be here, is he? I'm not 100% sure. I truly don't know.
Okay, buddy, okay. I'll hold you. Oh, Joel Bug. You look so
Where the kid
miserable.
at, though? I don't know. Like, I don't know if he's supposed to be in the scene or not.
No!
The assumption is
Don't
he should
hit your
be,
head
right?
on the bars, Joel. Joel! I know you're mad. Please stop.
Did you steal the kid, Devin? I
Please.
can't say I did.
Stop. I shake. I weep. I pray. I plead. I need peace. I am empty. You are. I don't know all that you are. You are there. I want you here. I want you to call my son. I cannot. And you've brought us this far. He's still here, not dead.
That's a very good question. A long time.
With you.
I think so. I'm gonna look into how this game was made afterwards, because I wouldn't be that surprised if this is a. At least I feel like I heard somewhere this is about a real story. So I wonder if the devs are just actually the parents. I'm not sure. I could be completely wrong, but I feel like I heard that a while ago when this game first came out. It is a shame we've encountered as many bugs as we have, assuming that scene was bugged, because I think it was, but it'd be a really weird decision to just not have the kid in that scene. But I guess we'll see. I can Google it afterwards.
There's a story in the Bible where Jesus and his disciples are on a boat.
Homie
A
will be the
furious storm hits
sneakiest
the
man
scene,
alive
and
now.
everyone thinks they're gonna die. And where do you think Jesus is? Rowing alongside them? No. He's asleep. In the back of the boat. So his disciples are freaking out and wake him up and they say, "Don't you care if we drown?" So Jesus gets up and he says to the storm, "Quiet, be still." And the sea becomes completely calm. Then he asks his disciples why they are so scared and if they have any faith at all. Like he was frustrated with them. Because even though Jesus said, "Let's go to the other side of the lake," his disciples thought he was going to just let them die.
Oh, we're in Nevada. We're in Nevada. We're in Nevada. We're in
So, now that we're in California, how How much longer to San Francisco?
About 3.5 hours, bud.
Oh.
Well, it's 10 a.m. now, so that means you guys can grab one more item from your road trip bags.
And it's my turn to be the king.
Oh, Elijah, it's okay. You were a very good, noble, just, and true king. But now we have to do it, I suppose.
My first edict as king is we dance like monkeys for 30 minutes.
Maybe like 5 minutes?
Nope,
Isaac?
nope, babe. He said 30. We must do what he says.
This is the worst.
The king has demanded it. True.
Someone make Elijah the king.
Can't tell if I'm supposed to fly somewhere to progress the section, or if
Edict as king is
we're just supposed to listen to whatever's happening right now. Not 100% sure.
just kidding.
Good joke, King Isaac. What's the matter? Elijah, was that too loud for you? Oh, I'm sorry, kiddo. We were too loud monkeys.
I feel like we're supposed to go somewhere, but I don't know where or how. Oh! Here we go. This is new.
So Joel died. Everyone does eventually, I suppose.
I wish I played guitar, I couldn't say what chord this is. I have no idea though. I should probably learn to play guitar someday. It just seems like a pretty cool instrument. Spent so long playing drums too, I only know rhythm and timing.
But more than that,
It'd be nice
if
to
he
learn
does
something
die,
about
would
melody.
Jesus even
Or
care?
like tones and notes and
Will
stuff.
he weep for him as he did for Lazarus? Will he weep for me? I think greater than my fear of death is that of insignificance. Or rather, my default assumption is that my thoughts and passions and loves and the stuff of my being are insignificant. How could the creator of all that is and ever was love my son as he did Lazarus? And could my soul stranded on this blue raft awash in a sea of stars, ice, and dust matter enough to him to turn his hand in mercy? Even while Jesus wept for Lazarus. 5 minutes later, he raised Lazarus from the dead.
I'm sorry. I should have known we'd both end up in the same place. We always do. It just scares me every time. I just really believe he'll be healed. I know you believe too, just when you act like that, I get all unsure.
I don't know that.
What do you mean?
I just hope that. I don't know.
The Temple of God. Alright, this, I mean, yeah, we're getting very close to the end now for sure.
Alright, kids, you know what time it is.
I gotta say, despite how like lo-fi the game is, how like simple the graphical style they went for is, it's very effective. I think there's many moments that have looked genuinely kind of great. And this is certainly one of them.
Thought I pray right now that you would just, you would touch Joel, right? Thought I pray that you bless him tonight. I pray that you bless him with finances. Pray bless him with health. And bless his children, Father.
Lord, rise. Lord, rise up. My God, come save him.
Lord, my God, let this boy's life return to him. Oh, Lord, my God, let this boy's life return to him.
God, come save him.
I will not let you go unless you bless him.
Oh, Lord, my God, let this boy's life return to him. Lord, have mercy on us because he is weak.
Lord, rise up. My God, come save him.
I will not let you go unless you bless him.
I'm gonna leave the PC, but let the stream run for and waste the time. Have a good one, Devin. Alright, peace out, life man. Cheers for watching. I'll see you around, alright?
Oh, Lord, my God, let this boy's life return to him.
I can't help but feel like this section is bugged as well. I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing or what has happened. Something feels a little strange.
Pray with all the strength and all the faith that is in us, Lord. There is no time left for this child on this earth. And God, so we come to you, Lord, with faith of your children.
He was not in the wind. He was not in the earthquake. He was not in the fire. He was here in a gentle whisper.
Picnic at the edge of the water. Right, I think this is actually the last chapter. I think.
So here we are. And the air is emptier without his laugh, and yet our hearts are still full, though with a different drink. And this ride we've been on for so long is silent, and so also the Lord. And so we sit here in this new silence, and long for the music to start again, and for the disc to spin again, even if it means going round and round for many more years. For at least we would be moving, and Joel would be laughing here on earth, and not only in heaven. But in this space, I sense his silence is only because he is drawing his breath. And now we know love and longing, empty and full, all in one moment. And I am grateful that we loved him well, and that we miss him well. And I hope that in the Lord's next breath, he will whisper his love song to you, his beloved, and that you will know him differently and more deeply. But now, we grieve in silence, yet not without his presence.
I remember you. You made it too. I'm glad you're here. I love it here. I bet you have liked it too.
I wasn't expecting that.
Look at all of these pancakes. Did
That's
you
a lot of
ever
pancakes,
see
you're not wrong.
pancakes like this? They're big as me. A big one is for me. A little one is for my dog. I always wanted a dog, and now I got one. I even got to name him. Manju. Whoa, Bubbles? I love Bubbles.
I was wondering what
Look,
this
I
was
can
for a
catch
second.
one. I want my Bubbles. Manju doesn't catch a bubble. He likes to bite them. I love the bubbles. Do you see a rainbow in a pebble? I'm here, Manju. Have another pancake. I can eat wherever I want. I never fall.
Whew. Pardon me, jeez. Just had a cup of tea. You'd think I'd still be kind of awake, but no. Apparently not. Yeah, okay, so it must have been a real kid then. I was gonna say, I'm half expecting like a in loving memory of, yeah. Wait, that doesn't mean the console, does it? The Ouya? I really hope not. That'd be extremely, I don't know, weird for that to be in the game. I kind of almost feel bad for him a little bit. Damn, they had a lot of kids. Yeah, I really do wonder if any of this was taken. Music and sound design was actually like the strongest part of this game. I completely understand why they required headphones. Well, not required, but thought it'd be a good idea. Those are some small goddamn dogs. I don't think you saw that picture because of my face. Yeah, so I guess all of it was voice acted rather than taking snippets from anything else, but it was still the actual people at the end of the day. I didn't even know this game was a Kickstarter game. That's kind of it's kind of really weird. Not in a bad way necessarily, but just like it's just very, I don't know, very strange. Like we're gonna make this game about our child who died of cancer, and then it was Kickstarted. Just like I don't even know how you pitched that project. I don't know, it seems very strange to me, but fair enough, I suppose. So too many nicks, arguably. Okay, well, that was that Dragon Cancer. It almost feels a little strange to say time to chuck it in the rankings list, but at the same time, that's kind of something we'll do, so let's do it. Okay, first things first, let's close this. Okay, I mean, general thoughts, I thought that was pretty good. It's kind of a hard game to judge, because, you know, obviously because of the subject matter, but, like, you know, I guess you still can. I don't know what you'd call that. It's not really a walking sim. I guess it is kind of a walking simulator, just like I don't know, it's like a very story-focused game. Whatever, we'll call those walking simulators if they don't have much in the way of, like, actual gameplay, I suppose. But yeah, that was an odd one, because I thought... I think from, like, an aesthetic perspective, they did a really good job of conveying what they wanted, and I feel like the fact that it was so lo-fi, like, you know, the voice recordings weren't done on anything fancy. It was definitely, like, a very basic mic setup. The graphics were very basic. Everything about it was very, like, basic in a lot of ways, but I think that actually added to it. For something like this, I guess you probably don't want it to have too much production value. Almost adds something to it if it's a little bit rough around the edges. But at the same time, I gotta say that, like, man, that's unfortunate it was as buggy as it was. I don't know if there's many people that have experienced the same bugs as me on that, but, like, the fact that for one of them, it was telling me to do a thing, and then I did it, and then it caused the game to bug out, and that seemed to be a common issue. It's kind of, like, I don't know, very telling. So that was kind of unfortunate. There were a couple moments where it really did feel a bit unfortunate it was as buggy as it was, but I still feel like it achieved more than it kind of, like... its achievements outweigh its flaws, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So ultimately, I would say I liked it, even if it didn't like blow me away. That's a very heavy story to tell, for sure. I mean, it was a very upsetting hour and a half. But I suppose there's kind of, you know, what you're getting in for to some extent, right? So yeah, I mean, like, overall, yeah, it's a very unique game. I don't think you get much. Here's one thing I'll say: I can really, really respect and appreciate how intimate that was. You don't get much like that ever across any medium, really. You occasionally see it in films and music more than anything else, I think, but certainly not so much in games, or at least not from what I've played. So that was kind of an interesting angle. It's kind of also interesting that it's a relatively popular game as far as I can tell. But yeah, that was a heavy game, for sure. I don't really know what else to say. It's just, I liked the way it told its story. I thought many of the aesthetic choices were very appropriate, regardless of whether it was intentional or budgetary limitations. I feel like it worked well for what it was trying to do. So that's just a good thing, period. But at the same time, it felt a little bit dated in a couple of ways. The controls weren't very good at all, which is kind of funny. It almost feels like, you know, they had the story they wanted to tell, so they learned how to code and make a game for the sake of telling the story rather than the other way around, which is definitely commendable, but it does lead to a lot of rough edges, which in some places work. Like I said, the lo-fi kind of the lo-fi, like, audio quality, making everything feel more intimate and more kind of, like, I don't know, real in a way, organic. But on the rougher end of the spectrum, it just meant that some of the sections didn't work as intended or whatever. So yeah, I don't know, kind of torn in a lot of ways. Definitely one I'm not gonna forget though. It was a very impactful game nonetheless. Scoring this feels very weird, but I think I'm landing on a 6, for sure. I don't think it would be any higher or any lower than that. Definitely a game that I wouldn't recommend to everyone, but not a bad game either. I'd probably put this... I don't know, it feels so strange. Is it better than Hyper Light Drifter? I guess that's the question. I don't think it was as good. All of these games are, like, win out more or less just because they're a lot more polished. Even if Soma's actually kind of, you know, very incohesive in a lot of ways. I think I have to put it above Titan Chaser. I think it is better than Titan Chaser, honestly. Because thinking about it, this game was incredibly atmospheric, which also this game was, but I feel like this game did a better job of being atmospheric and tone driven, so I think that's roughly where I put it. Or where I'm gonna put it. But like I guess now we're gonna have to I'm super curious. I wanna look into a couple things about how this game was made. Because like I said, it's a very intimate story. We now know that the kid it's about a real kid. Let's just have a little read. I'm super curious. So, That Dragon Cancer is an art video game created by Ryan and Amy Green, and a small team under the game Numinous Games. The game is an autobiographical. Is an autobiographical. I didn't know that was a word. I figured it would be autobiographical game rather than. But sure, whatever. The game is an autobiographical based on the Greens' experience of raising their son Joel, who was diagnosed with terminal cancer at 12 months old. Though only given a short time to live, Joel survived 4 more years before succumbing to the cancer in March. Damn. Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, I guess it's a point and click. That makes a lot of sense. The game was designed to have player experience the low and high moments of this period. Yeah, that definitely captured that, I think. That's one thing I will say about the game as well, because this is clearly like we wanted to make this game without knowing anything about how to make the game or how to make a game, and this kind of like we want to tell the story first and make the game second. It means that a lot of it actually felt very unique. Like I haven't played much like this, which is definitely like a positive for sure. But that's just, man, that was a rough game to play through. So like none of this is that surprising to find out. It very much felt like that was the case, and I feel like I heard this beforehand anyway. That is bizarre as hell to me. The game was time limited exclusive for the Wii U. That is like very unfortunate in a lot of ways, to be honest. I'm glad it came out outside of that, because if it was just for that, man, that's a rough legacy for a game like this. So I'm very glad that wasn't the that's not where it stayed, I suppose. Background: That Dragon Cancer bore out from experience throwing out the third child diagnosed. Yep. Binary. Yep. About 4 months to live. I feel like some of the medical stuff always blows my mind when it's like, you know, you find out that someone has only X amount of time to live and then they outlast it by a huge time. And I never know whether it's... I don't know. I just don't know. Like, I don't know how accurate generally those sorts of predictions are, if we're just really bad at predicting that kind of stuff. I don't know. I wonder... I'd be super curious to know how many copies this game sold. It's interesting because, like, well, one sec, we'll go through this in a sec. That Dragon Cancer has not yet seen a single dollar from sales. Dev blames Let's Players uploading entire playthroughs. Received a lot of praise from others, like... It sold 14k copies. This is really not that much. When was this posted? This is in 2016. I mean, honestly, I can't imagine sales would be much higher. Oh, okay, wait. So, I've never heard of Steam Spy before. So, let's have a little look there. Login required. Are you fucking serious? Oh, I don't need to. I can just go through here, yeah. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Oh, wait, this is trending games, recent games, upcoming games. By playtime. Damn, yeah, I guess if you want to, you have to actually log in. That's really unfortunate. It's got one of the interesting things about this game is like I said, it feels like they had a story they wanted to tell and then made the game afterwards, or just decided a game was the best way to do it. And I always find things like that interesting. This game honestly feels like the game version of... There's an album from a guy called Mount Eerie, I think. Who's kind of like this singer-songwriter. Yeah, this is the guy. And he released an album called A Crow Looked at Me. And this album is like... This is like the album version of that game, I would say. So, solo project of this guy, just the Mount Eerie guy. And it was, yeah, so it was made all these songs were written and recorded, like, here you go, over a 6-week period in the room where his fucking wife died. That's just what it is. It's just a weirdly, like, a deeply intimate kind of, like, it almost feels intrusive. I think that's the core feeling I got from this and that Dragon Cancer that ties them together. Is that both of them felt, like, weirdly intrusive. Because it's so close to the death of someone, or so entwined with it, that it almost, you get all these kind of, like, weird little kind of, like, coping mechanisms that are very, very unique to the person in question, you know? And you get a lot of that on this record, and you got a lot in that game as well, for sure. So it's just very strange to see the two tie into each other, I guess. Especially, I haven't listened to this record in ages. It's a very good album, but it's a very heavy listen as well. One of the heaviest you can have, I think. So yeah, none of this is too surprising. I pretty much caught this from the start. I feel like I may have known this a while ago, but it is nice to have it confirmed, I guess. And no, I'm not just talking complete shit 90% of the time, I suppose. Yeah, it's kind of unfortunate. I only sold 14k copies in 2016. I wonder if, like, they didn't even that wasn't even enough to cover development funds. That's kind of crazy. Yeah, that's pretty rough. They flagged and took down videos of the game. That's kind of unfortunate, but I understand to some extent. Yeah, that's definitely a rough situation to be in. Anyway, I think that's basically everything I want to say. Yeah, that was a pretty hard game to get through, but I hope everybody enjoyed the stream as much as you can with a subject like this. So yeah, cheers for watching, everyone. I'll see you all again on Tuesday. Sorry, not on Saturday for Thomas Was Alone, which should be a much cheerier experience, or at least a more cozy one, I guess. Less dismal and depressing. But hey, yeah, I still really enjoyed this game. I really enjoyed the story and how it was told, I guess, is what I would actually say. But yeah, cheers for watching, everyone. I'll see you all on Saturday, right? Pardon me. Peace out.